Hello, welcome to another immigration art video. My name is Art Serratelli, and together with Mara Mijal, the two of us, we run the immigration law firm at Serratelli Mijal, PLLC. If you've got a question, any general strategic question on what you should do and when you should do it, we'll have an answer. Give us a call. Better yet, send us an email. We get a lot of emails and we get a lot of phone calls, and email's the best bet. We use email like other people use the phone. If you guys are from Chile or Singapore, and I'm even going to throw Australia in, and I'll tell you why. You guys have a special sub-quota in the H-1B quota. Meaning those 85,000 limited H-1Bs every year, there's a number set aside inside the 85 just for people from Chile and Singapore. What? Like, here we go again, right? Another random rule that benefits just a handful of people? Yeah. So basically, here's how it works. It's very straightforward. There is a treaty, and here I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it right to you. It says that the H-1B1 is a subcategory of the capped H-1B visa program. The visa cap is 65,000 plus another 20 for master's degree holders. That's 85,000. And of those, 6,800 are reserved for H-1B1. 1,400 H-1B1s go to Chile, and 5,400 go to Singapore. So why do I bring this up? Well, if you're from Chile or Singapore and you miss the H-1B regular lottery, or you entered and you lost, don't worry. There'll be an H-1B1 sitting there waiting for you. What's the only downside? It does not have dual intent. And everybody will tell you, oh, you can't get a green card. You can't get a green card if it's not dual intent. Bull. How many people do you know that are in school as students, that's temporary intent, and get married to an American and get a green card while they're here as students? You can't do that while you're on an H-1B1? Bull. Don't listen to people. They're always getting it half right. You can have a single intent visa come in with the single intent of being temporarily here, even for H-1B1 work. And because of the 90-day rule, you'll see that in another video. Look at our YouTube channel. The 90-day rule, you're a human and you're allowed to change your mind. And in addition to the dual intent mumbo jumbo, which in my mind, get the work visa, go to work. Don't worry about intent. Just don't do anything dumb after getting a temporary intent visa. Can you just wait? See the 90-day rule video, please. In any event, the other thing that could be looked upon with a disfavor with the H-1B1, the initial period of time that you're allowed to work and the increments between time of renewal are shorter, meaning the H-1B is a 3-year visa renewable for another 3 for a total of 6. You only have to deal with the government one time to get a renewal after you deal with the government to get it in the first place. With the H-1B1, you're going to be dealing with the government a little bit more. A little bit more. But so what? It's better to have the H-1B1 and deal with the government and ask for permission a little more. If you can't beat them, join them. You ask for permission a little more often than with the H-1B. But so what? So what? So those are the only 2 drawbacks that I can see even worth mentioning. On the plus side, you can apply for an H-1B1 directly at the United States Embassy in your home country. You could do that. You're from Singapore? Just walk into the Singaporean offices of the USA Embassy Consulate system, and you will, upon successful application and interview, you'll get the H-1B1 visa right in your passport. You apply right there. You don't have to go through immigration if you don't want to in America. You just go right to the Department of State. Why? Why? Because these visas, H-1B1, were created by a treaty. Who administers our treaties? The Department of State. Who runs the embassy and the consulate? The Department of State. So they get a say, a first shot look at you and your application, and they can give you the visa right off the bat before immigration in America even knows you have the potential to use that visa to get that status. Okay? So there's some drawbacks, maybe. Not really, no. And there's a big plus. You can apply directly at the embassy and skip immigration in America. It's up to you. You could apply in America also. If you're here in another status, that's fine. And we will put you straight and put you on the right path to the right visa at the right time for the right reason. I promise you. If you're from Chile or from Singapore, do not let people badmouth the H-1B1. Now, remember I mentioned Australia. Here's what's going on with Australia. Australia has its own version of an H-1B, also created by a treaty, but here's the difference. Chile, Singapore, those 6,800 are pulled out of the 85,000 lottery available H-1B supply. Singapore and Chile H-1B1 are subsets of the 85,000. Australia, and the Australian H-1B is called an E3. Shh, don't tell. There's an extra 10,000 H-1Bs, meaning 10,000 here, 85,000 here. Add them together, you got 95,000. But you can't add them together because they have different names. E3 for Australians only. 10. 85,000 for the rest of the world, called H-1Bs for the rest of the world. Except in this 85,000, there's a 6,800 pulled out with another name, H-1B1. So that's the structure. Why do we have all these different rules? Because our system is broken. Does any of this make any sense? No. And if it makes sense to you, you might be insane. I know the rules are driving me insane. I know that. So why do I tell you all this? Because when you're getting upset, frustrated, dejected, depressed, because perhaps you're missing out on the H-1B, perhaps you tried the H-1B and you lost the lottery. If you just happen to be from Singapore, Chile, or Australia, you have a second chance. And by the way, the Australian E3 never, ever, never, ever, never, ever is fully exhausted in a government fiscal year, meaning the E3 always has supply that is greater than demand. Is this any way to run a railroad? Is this any way to run an American economy? No. Is this what we're stuck with for right now? Yeah. You can't beat them. Join them. Tell all your friends from Chile, from Australia, and from Singapore, get in line and use up these visas. They're just sitting there. They're just sitting there screaming to be used. Use them. Okay?